When it arrived in 2007, the first BioShock was the pinnacle of sophisticated gaming.
Take a deep breath and step out of the bubble.
Its underwater setting, the atmospheric, claustrophobic, crumbling underwater utopia Rapture, wasn't just a brilliantly realized vision of the future. It was a memorable character in a game full of new iconic characters.
Look, Mr. Bubbles, it's an angel.
Creepy little sisters who seem to contain something valuable. Big daddies lumbering diving suit-clad enemies who weirdly seem to want to protect the little sisters. And then there was Ryan, the genius industrialist behind Rapture.
Was a man sent to kill or a slave? A man chooses.
Players gradually discovered why Rapture's society had collapsed and what had turned the population into gene-splicing mutants known as splicers.
Changed everything.
But not before they too had been forced to splice themselves using power-inducing plasmids. Though gameplay may have become a little repetitive towards the end, it was a brilliantly innovative shooter with a twisting and surprising story.
Stop. Would you guide me?
When BioShock 2 arrived this year, players were taken back to Rapture, but this time in the form of a prototype Big Daddy. With another great story, online multiplayer, and a much deeper plasmid upgrade system, this was an impressive evolution, rather than a revolution. In August, this dazzling trailer introduced the third installment in the series, BioShock Infinite, and it looked as though we were heading back to Rapture once again.
I mean, it's the first time I've ever developed a game where we really wanted that initial reaction to be negative. We wanted people to be like, oh crap, they're going back to Rapture. And then just head fake it. We wanted people to have that initial oh no moment. And then once we hit you over the head, it becomes amazing, like what the hell is that? And then enjoy the ride from there on out.
In September, the world got its first glimpse of BioShock Infinite's gameplay, when this 10-minute demo of the game's opening level arrived to almost audible gasps.
Columbia is this floating World's Fair that is a very different experience than what you're going to get out of Rapture.
And if our guns thunder, then I say, let them thunder!
Definitely something's not right in this city, and when you get there, you discover there's this conflict that this Elizabeth character is at the center of.
That thing took Elizabeth. I've got to find her.
One of the things we really based the original concept off of was this idea of the World's Fairs of the time and how the newest technologies were coming online, and there was these gigantic World's Fairs to bring them together and show them to everyone, to all of the populaces. Columbia was launched with that in mind, that we're going to show off all of these great new technologies and American idealism. We're going to show them off to the world and establish America as a world player. But something goes terribly, terribly wrong, and there's a violent incident, and Columbia is revealed to be this battleship, a sort of floating Death Star, and not just an exposition of all that's great in America, but something that's going to impose American will. Columbia is disavowed and disappears into the clouds and becomes this sort of boogeyman who appears over cities around the world, and nobody really knows where it is, but everybody knows there's this menace out there. We definitely are not an open world company. We are definitely a much more narrative company, but This is going to be a much more open experience than what you experienced in Rapture. So there are definitely more opportunities for movement. There are definitely more opportunities for exploration. But it is moving along in narrative. It's not just you're going to get lost, you don't know where you're going. It is definitely moving along, progressing the story. But you're going to find that there could be sections of the world you can explore that every time you play, you may find new areas.